Our focus is in supporting our students and our staff. Um, Many of us are hurting and really just wanting to figure out how to support them better. Today has been a challenge for all of us. I certainly appreciate Principal Salinas and her leadership and helping us get to where we are now. Over the next several hours, we'll begin to work through what it will look like tomorrow as we support staff and students and welcome them back into EISD at some point in the future. Again, those plans have not been finalized. We are looking to get input from our licensed mental health professionals, our counseling team, our students, and our staff before we make a final decision. But right now, we're all hurting, and we appreciate the space, and we'll share information as information is made available, and we have the ability to share it. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another lynching going on, and this incident happened in Austin, Texas. A young woman's body was found hanging from a tree at a Texas high school Thursday morning, prompting administrators to cancel classes, police said. Staff at Travis Early College High School in South Austin made a horrifying discovery just before 8 a.m. on what would have been the fourth day of school. Austin Independent School District Police Chief Wayne Sneed said during a news conference. Police and EMS responded and found a female body hanging from a tree near the rear of the building, Sneed said. The female victim, whose local medical examiners believe was between 15 and 20 years old, was pronounced dead at about 7:55 a.m. She has not yet been identified, and officials are waiting for the medical examiners to determine the cause of death. Students were either at school early for extracurriculars or on a bus headed to campus Thursday when the district made the decision to cancel classes at about 8:30 a.m. Since the body was found towards the rear side of the campus, near staff parking lot, students were shielded from the scene. Staff reacted very quickly in securing the area and making sure no students ever got into the immediate area, Sneed said during the press conference. So there was no exposure to students at all. Student staff are endangered and the campus is safe, according to district statements. It is unclear whether the deceased was a student at Travis Early High School. School only opened at the 2023-2024 season. Hold on, y'all. I'm just waiting for this. There's so many notifications. I'm sorry. It says schools only open for the 2023 and 2024 school year on Monday. The district will provide ongoing support for staff and students following the incident, he said. A spokesperson for the school district, and more information will be released later. The investigation into the incident is ongoing. Let me say this. And I've been covering like lynchings for years. And a lot of people don't believe people are still lynching to this day. And it always happens. So, now, police going to say this is a suicide. They're always going to say every time someone been found hanging, it was ruled a suicide. And a lot of people said they don't know what the cause of death is. We already know what the cause of death is. They're not going to tell you on camera. And so it's hurtful to see lynchings. And I'm going to say lynchings because they're going to say they found hanging. But there's still lynchings that happen here in America. Now, your president, Joe Biden, just passed the anti-lynching law. But knowing the authorities like I know them, they're going to say this rule of suicide. So they don't want to investigate more. I'm surprised they didn't say that now. See, this is the reason why CRT should stay in schools. Because history is repeating itself. And all these incidents that are happening. I reported lynchings around about 4 or 5 years ago. people found hanging through trees, through billboards, through I mean, every incident that I repeated, every law enforcement officer, every police department always going to say is it was suicide or it was ruled a suicide without doing any further investigation. But in this incident, at least they're doing an ongoing investigation. On the previous things that I've done, or previous stories that I've done about lynchings across America, every story that I've done, it's always ruled a suicide. Everyone except this one. At least they're investigating what happened to her, what happened to this teenage girl. Anywhere before that, suicide. It was ruled a suicide because they didn't want to investigate who was responsible for all of this. So, another hanging, another lynching, and at least with the Austin PD, they're investigating this, which all the previous police departments across the country wouldn't. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll talk to you in my next video. This is Lynching signing off. Deuces.